tuning in for today's devotional. And in case you didn't know, our devotional series is on the fruit of the Spirit. Listen as I read this passage to you. Galatians 5:22 and 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. So today, I will be sharing with you on the first fruit that is listed, and that is love. And love tops the list because it is first in importance. And it also encompasses all of the other aspects of the fruit of the Spirit, which is joy and peace and forbearance and kindness, goodness, and faithfulness, and gentleness and self-control. So I encourage you to tune in every day to hear what God has to say about each of these fruits that mark the believer. Now, I've got a few little people in my home, and whenever they hear the word love, they automatically think it's mushy gushy and give Bruce and I the look of a kissy face. Well, yet love is an emotion. It's also an action. And Jesus set the example of love in action in the life of his ministry. He showed love by healing the sick, making a dead man walk again, feeding the hungry, casting out demons, washing his disciples' feet, and the list goes on. But the greatest example of love is Christ laying his life down for us. Love is an action, and Jesus served out of love. Now, in the book of John, Jesus tells us that we are to love one another, just as he has loved us. And if we have love for one another, then others will know that we are his disciples. And I love this passage in John 15, verses 4 and 5. And Jesus is talking here, and he says this: "Abide in me, and I in you, as a branch cannot bear fruit by itself, unless it abides in the vine. Neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit, for apart from me you can do nothing." And then later on in chapter 15, Jesus tells us this: "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should abide, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give it to you. These things I command you, so that you will love one another." So as a believer in Christ, we are to bear the fruit of love. Love comes from God, and we are to abide in him. The greatest commandment is to love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, and mind. And it's my prayer that you are abiding in him and that you are a reflection of his glory. So I encourage you today to show love to those around you. Others will know that you are different because of it. Love is a mark of the believer in Christ. So be sure to check out tomorrow's devotional on joy. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day.